Hey guys, this is video number 2. So I haven't done a lot of research on what I'm supposed to be doing or how I'm supposed to be acting or how I'm supposed to be improving. I'm kind of just doing it and going and figuring things out on my own. I'm not part of like a group that I know there's some groups out there doing the 30-day challenges and they have some sort of curriculum that's been put together for them. I'm just kind of doing it on my own and kind of seeing where it goes. With me figuring things out by myself. So I'm looking at some of the previous stuff. It's hard to watch at this point, which is fine. You know, I kind of expect that. I expect to see myself in a different way than I'm used to seeing myself, because you don't really look at yourself or watch yourself talk or interact with people or any of that. So it looks very foreign. It looks like it's almost like you're meeting somebody new for the first time. It's kind of weird. It's kind of you're judgy. You're judging yourself like you would judge somebody else. Um, Not to say judgment in a bad way. Like I don't mean like I go around judging people, but you know how you get ideas from the way people act and the way people talk and the way they carry themselves. Kind of shows you more of their character. So this is kind of a self-discovery challenge. Really, it's something that I'm not used to, and I'm getting used to it. I'm doing this to get past that. So after watching yesterday's video, you know, I just kind of uploaded it, watched it, and then you know, that was it. But one thing I did notice a lot was using the word and a lot of long pauses and stuff like that. So I'm trying to, oh, the other thing is eye contact. So I didn't make contact with the camera as much, I don't think, yesterday. So today I'm trying to focus more on that. The other thing I had just said, the only, I gotta, I've gotta watch that though, because if I can control that, if I can consciously think about it, I can control that. The other thing I think I'm doing right now more, and I don't know if you can see my hands, I didn't really, I'm kind of zoomed in, I think, to this view a little more than I was yesterday. But my hands are moving around a little bit more. I think that's a good thing. I think it's supposed to help you in your interaction and your talking and your speaking and the way that we convey our messages. But the other thing I did was I added some extra lighting in, so it's just off camera. I've got one here and two here, just little cheap LED lights that I got off of Amazon. And so I'm trying this out to see if this helps a little bit with quality, because everything I'm trying to do is not just personal development, but I'm also trying to make the production value better. I'm trying to get better quality. So in some of my journeys previously, when I was younger, when my son was born, he's 11 now. When he was born, he was probably 3 months old or so. I went and bought a DSLR camera and started to study photography as a hobby so that I could take pictures of him as he grew up. And I learned a lot that way with photography, you know, the way, you know, different lenses work and the kind of the aspects of photography as far as hardware, but also you know, framing and lighting and some of the rules of photography that you kind of learn. If you're a photographer, you know what I'm talking about. But so some of that is good because it can carry over into videography. So like this lighting, for instance. But and the framing and all that. I'm not really sure how I framed this one. I wasn't really concerned about it because, again, the the point of this is just making small improvements and developing. So, you know, I've got a microphone which helps with the audio, a little DJI, I've got it right here, DJI mic that's connected to me. So all these aspects are coming together to try to make, I'm trying to every day try to hopefully increase either the production value or a skill increase on my side. right now it seems like I'm able to talk easier into the camera, even after one day. It doesn't seem like I'm as flustered or as nervous or trying to think of things to say as much. And it seems more natural to talk to the camera right now. It doesn't seem like I guess yesterday it seemed like I was a little bit, I was still holding back, and I still am now. Kind of, you want your personality to come through, but it's scary at the same time. So, those little inhibitions that we have, the little worry about what are people going to think, or how do I come across, that type of stuff. So that's part of the process too. So right now I'm kind of just watching random YouTube videos that catch my eye on maybe, and I don't even know any creators' names right now. I'm just kind of doing this right now as just a self project, but there are some creators out there that have done this before, and there are some creators that are teaching how to do this. I don't know any of them. I don't follow any of them. I mean, I'm kind of subscribing to them as I go along this journey, and starting to um, to see the others that are doing this as well. And it's a curious thing to me, because I don't know why, because I've been curious about YouTube for a long time, but I've never actually done it. And I think what was holding me back from doing it was not knowing what to do. Like, what do you make a video about? Or what do I have to offer that anybody's going to care to listen to? And I don't know why, but like 2 days ago, this came to me, and it was like, well, why don't I just figure this out, and then I can help other people figure this out? And that's one of the ideas. And I don't know if I'm going to go that far with it, but right now it's kind of a cool idea to throw around. And worst case scenario, I pick up a new skill for myself, and something that I could use in business or something like that, to um, just to use for my own purposes or whatever. It seems like it would be a good skill to have, especially in the way that society is now. It's kind of strange, because I'm a Gen Xer, and so when I was growing up, there was no internet. You went to school, you came home. We had pagers when I was a kid, and then cell phones became popular later on, even after I had graduated already. So when I was a kid in high school, we had a pager, and we would just send each other a page, and then if you were out, you weren't at home, you had to use you had to use somebody else's phone, like a home phone, or you had to find a pay phone and call somebody or whatever. But anyways, I'm just saying that because we don't have, it's a totally different age now. So when I was a kid, it was go to school, get good grades, get a good job, or go to college, get a diploma, get a good job, live till you're 65, retire, go get your sailboat and your grandkids and be happy. But I think times are kind of changing and shifting from that mentality. I think it's more, now it's more self-taught, self-creator, kind of going outside the box, going against the grain. It's more, right now is more of a, you see all these YouTubers that are making tons of money, and it's because they're creating something that gives value to other people. So these types of opportunities are new, that I didn't have when I was young. But anyway, so I never learned these types of skills. So it's fun to kind of go in and learn this type of thing now. So I'm curious to see if this actually takes me somewhere or helps me to help others, and maybe can be an encouragement for others. It's a fun project anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So right now, I think there was an uh, okay, I've got to stop doing that. So right now, I just want to focus on the skill part of it and get me talking more fluently, kind of get more flow to where nothing is scripted right now. So I don't have any script to go by. I didn't write anything down. I'm just kind of going off whatever's coming up in my head. So things that I want to say, and I've kind of thought about some of the things, but most of the stuff, no. But I will start to do that. I think you should, and you have to kind of do that. Otherwise, you're just rambling, and nobody really cares to hear somebody just ramble unless they're super interesting, which, I don't think I am at this point, at least. So I don't know if I'm gonna wind up maybe someday. Right now, these are public videos, so I'm purposely making them public because I feel like if I didn't have them publicly available on the internet for people to look at, random strangers to look at, I don't think I would take it as seriously. And maybe I would, but having it publicly available, even if there's no viewers, I have no followers, but even having it on, I had a thumbs up for my video, for my day one video. I don't know who did that because I don't have any subscribers or anything. But just just to see that it's out there and people can see it, and people can see how it's going. If they wanted to, they could look in on me or whatever. Just having that in my head to know that there could be somebody actually looking and it's not just a video that's stored on my hard drive. It helps the reality of it, I think. It helps my skill building. It helps I think it would help my confidence. It helps me deal with the fear. So, if I knew nobody was looking at it, the fear level probably wouldn't be very high at all. So the other thing I want to do is, so I've done the lighting here, and I've got the mic, but yesterday's video I didn't edit the audio quality at all. I mean, it was pretty much a raw. I put it on my computer and uploaded it, and it was just the raw file, and there was no editing whatsoever. I do have some editing in my past. I've done some video editing, but very little. So that's going to be another thing that I'll have to develop. And I probably won't ever get to the point of being like a heavy editor. I don't really want to get into editing that big. So I won't probably do any flashy things, but I do want to do some small stuff like make this. I wasn't real happy with the way the sound was, even though I'm using a really good mic. Well, at least good, what I think. It's way better than an iPhone mic. But I still want to go in and kind of tweak the sound and play with the sound a little bit. And maybe change the way the video looks a little bit too. So at this point, I guess I've rambled on enough. I don't know. I don't have a timer going, so I don't know how many minutes. I'm guessing maybe 7 or 8 minutes right now. It does seem easier than yesterday, and it doesn't seem like I'm fumbling or searching for things to talk about as much, which is weird because it's just a day. Maybe I'm just in a different mood or attitude today. I don't know. So these are all things I'm trying to figure out. But it's fun. It'll be a fun journey. Fun for me, if not anybody else, because I'm not so sure anybody else is ever going to see this, but it's a cool little adventure. So we'll see what happens. I'll talk to you later.